next up at UFC 323, we have the main event of the evening. We have Merab Dvalishvili taking on Petr Yan in a rematch. A couple of things are happening here. One, this is a rematch. Two, this is the last pay-per-view potentially of all time. And three, Merab Dvalishvili will be setting a record for the first person to ever defend their belt 4 times in one calendar year. Alex Poatan did it, but it wasn't a calendar year. He did 4 times in 12 months, but not a full-blown calendar year. So lots going on here. As I mentioned, this is a rematch. It's a rematch from about 2.5 years ago. Rumor was Petr Yan's hand was broken in that fight, so a lot of people are looking at this fresh.
It was Merab's hand that was broken.
It was Merab's hand broken in that fight?
Yeah.
Then what the fuck are people? What the fuck?
Yeah, Merab's hand was broken.
What an absolute joke. I've never been more confident in my life. We have Merab Dvalishvili, 21-4 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 12-fight win streak, taking on Petr Yan, 19-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak. This is a rematch, as I mentioned. And 2.5 years ago, it wasn't a close fight. It just was not close. Merab had 11 takedowns. He had 7 minutes of control. He landed 2.5 times the amount of strikes. And that was our first glimpse into who Merab is now. That was when Merab really turned the corner and became the machine, because that's exactly who he is and how he fights now. He comes forward. He gets as many takedowns as he wants. His striking is improving. He's never been more comfortable with it.
No, I guess they're both broken. Merab's was definitely broken. I didn't know about Yan's, so I guess they're both broken.
The only reason I said that is because I've done this breakdown multiple times. And I was surprised how many people are picking Yan in this fight. A shocking amount of people are picking Yan. And all of them are citing the fact, well, his hand was broken in the first fight. That's why he lost. And I get it, because Petr Yan is the striker in this matchup, a very good striker. He's clean, he's fast, he's technical, he's powerful. He is the former world champion. He's been there. He's achieved greatness. He averages a couple of takedowns per fight as well, because he can squeeze in takedowns. He's got a good takedown defense. And when I typically break down rematches, I sit here and I say, I don't care about the first fight, right? If the first fight was 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't care. Fighters improve. Things change. To look at a fight from 4 years ago and think it's going to be the exact same fight again is a crazy thing to do. But if you go back and look at their first fight, Merab ran through Petr Yan. It was not a competitive fight. He ran through him. So to now do it 2.5 years later, where Merab looks better than he ever has, and yes, Petr is good, but he's not improving at the same rate that Merab is. I don't know how you could look at this and be like, Petr's going to win this fight. Outside of, yeah, Petr hits really, really hard. Merab, this will be his 4th fight in a year. He's cutting weight 4 times. Maybe he'll be run down. He's been known to be a little chinny. Maybe he gets caught. I don't hate that if that's where you're going with this. But the reality is, everybody going on and on and on about Petr winning this fight and his hand was broken and he's going to smoke Merab. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't see how Petr all of a sudden went from getting taken down 11 times to defending all the takedowns. Where I've seen Merab, on the other hand, make giant improvements in the striking, giant improvements in the grappling. Merab has looked better than ever. Petr's good. There's no way he closed the gap from the first fight, not at the rate that Merab is improving. Merab's the pick, unbelievably confident. Even minus 400 seems pretty fair. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I've been on record. I've been definitely a Merab. I would just call me a hater. I've been a Merab hater in the past. I picked Sean against him twice. I picked fucking Umar against him. And then I learned my lesson, and I said I'm never picking it. Merab just got too good. I mean, he got too comfortable in the striking, too good in the striking that there's just nobody left that's going to beat him. So I picked him against Corey. He got that fight done. And I just said, I've been very vocal. Like, I've been a Merab hater, and I'm for that reason, I'm literally never going to pick against him again. Until right fucking now, I got to do it again. I have to do it again, because these odds are so disrespectful to the level of competition that fucking Petr Yan is. He is such a high-level fighter. If he came in, let's say they both got broken hands or whatever, it would definitely affect Petr Yan a little bit more. But there's two things that in my opinion, are pretty big here. Number one is, regardless of the broken hands or whatever, that calf kick, and maybe he's able to do it again, but that calf kick really fucked up Petr Yan. He was forced into the southpaw. I think it was either side. I can't remember what calf it was, but he was forced into a specific stance the entire time. If that doesn't happen again, I think it's a much different fight, be able to, with the footwork and that and shooting the takedowns. Number two is, which is almost a combo thing, is there's no way, I don't know, maybe he can. There's no way this dude's shooting 50 takedowns again. I don't think he wants to shoot 50.
There's no way.
I don't think he wants to shoot 50 takedowns again. As he is getting more comfortable, he is getting better in the striking. You see in the fights, he is striking a lot more. And what Merab has never been great at is control. And what Petr Yan is pretty good at is getting out. Yeah, you might take him down, but he's back to his feet. He's back to space. There was even points in that first fight where it was Petr Yan on top of Merab on the ground. People think for this to be as clear-cut as the first fight, which would warrant the minus 400 price tag or whatever it turns into, there has to be another 50 takedown attempts because this guy isn't going tit for tat in the striking to a guy like Petr Yan if he's got both stances in both his hands, in my opinion. And if Merab all of a sudden is comfortable in the striking, these rounds are a lot closer. And if the rounds are a lot closer, now you got this minus 400 favorite where you're like, he got a little bit of control cage time. He allowed a little bit of control time, a little bit of this. But Petr's landing the more strikes. He's doing this. He's doing that. In my opinion, Merab probably is going to win this fight. But this is almost a pick for value. And I hate the value bullshit because a good value play in a losing bet is just a losing bet, in my opinion. But as a pick, as a bet Saturday, I'm going with Petr Yan because I just don't think it's going to be as dominant. And if it's not as dominant, those are real fucking close rounds. And I don't even think it was that crazy dominant. I think it was overwhelming for a guy that had apparently a broken hand and no left leg. But, Petr Yan's a good fucking fighter, man. He's a good fucking fighter. And if Merab comes in, as you mentioned, everyone thought, I sat here, RDR was just rolling everybody. And all of a sudden, it's like, RDR was like, I just fucking got tired, I just fucking cut too much. I got tired. Merab comes in, it's like, holy shit. I don't know. It just feels like this is, I think he's overpriced. It's fucking good, man. I'm thinking PR.
We could not be farther from each other here. We're very far because I'm very confident in Merab, and you're not just a little confident in Petr. So we're pretty far here. I'm
just
surprised
a little
to
confident. I haven't bet Petr. I'm not crazy confident. I just said Merab probably should win. I'm just as a value play.
Well, the transition was me being like, I think minus 400 are great odds. And you're like, these are the horrible odds. So we're.
it seems like a minus. Pantoja only being minus. It feels like it should be minus 250. If Pantoja's minus 250 over fucking Joshua
No, but
Vaden,
not if Pantoja, because you said you would make Pantoja minus 500.
That's what I'm saying. But the odds are what they are. If Pantoja, if the people have priced Pantoja at minus 250, I think Merab should be minus 250.
So minus 400 translates to. Sorry, let me look at the line movement tracker here. 77%. So if they fight 100 times, Merab wins. Yeah, 77%.
I think it is. I think he was just a little bit overwhelmed. I don't think it was a talent issue. I don't think it was a technical issue. He just seemed a little bit overwhelmed. He couldn't get his legs under him. If he had a broken hand, that plays a part as well. And he stuffs a few takedowns. They start striking and stuff. It's just fucking. This gets interesting.
I'm just so surprised by the community because. I thought that the Tatsuro Taira fight would be the most controversial one on the card. It's not. It's this one. The amount of love coming in on Petr Yan is a bit surprising because where was that love in what I thought was a screw job with Sean O'Malley? I didn't think Sean O'Malley beat him. I thought he got screwed in that fight, but nobody agreed. Everybody was on the Sean O'Malley side. Where was the love then? There's only love now. I think this is more, not for you specifically because you broke it down intelligently. I think this is more residual Merab hate than this is actual love for Petr Yan.
I mean, it is. I've been saying forever. I can't. God. I don't think at this point Merab is good, but there was a time when Merab just wasn't good. He was just overwhelming people, and I think the Petr Yan, the first one, he just overwhelmed Petr, and he won the fight. And hats off to him. I mean, shooting 50 takedowns is fucking insane. But if he doesn't just overwhelm him, which he might. I mean, he might. I mean,
why wouldn't he though? Like, what makes you think he wouldn't?
Because he's been striking
more lately. That's what he's been doing.
He's been striking more lately, and this isn't a fucking Corey Sandhagen. This isn't a Sean O'Malley. This is, I mean, and the Umar fight I think was a lot closer than people want to believe.
He lost. He objectively, Umar's the only person I think can beat Merab. He lost the first 2 rounds.
But here's what I said on my live stream when the people were asking me about this fight is if anybody is going to beat Merab, I don't think it's Umar because Umar is too close to Merab. They kind of want to do the same type of stuff. I know Umar's got the striking and this and that, but he wants to mix in the wrestling. He wants to kind of be offensive. And Merab's just going to be able to outwork him just a little bit. You have to be a little bit contrasty to be able to beat Merab. That's why I thought Sean O'Malley, but Sean O'Malley is more of a one shot, and Merab's too good at this point to just kind of eat just kind of a one shot. But Petr Yan is a guy that is just contrasting enough to where he can be a volume striker. He can be a good striker. He can defend the takedowns. He's not going to just get held down like a Sean O'Malley. It's like he's just contrasting enough to where I think he's got a fucking shot at this, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting fight. It's a good fight. There was a comment here earlier that said, Angelo, do you think Merab is forcing this 4th title defense? No, I don't think he's forcing shit. I think he's in phenomenal shape. I think he just trains all day, every day. He hasn't taken any damage this year. Obviously, he went into the Umar fight with like his shin a bloody mess and infected, all that crap. But outside of that, he has taken no damage. He beat the shit out of Sean O'Malley the second time. He beat the shit out of Corey Sandhagen. Like, he's looked fine. He's looked fine. He's not taking any damage. He's in unbelievable shape. So I don't think this is forced. I don't think the UFC is like, we need a favor. I think he's like, yeah, I'm ready, man. I got nothing to do. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I guess
so he's doing
a ton of money, yeah.
Yeah, well, and this is when you should. He went from being... The UFC hated him, and fans.
He should wait until 2026. We're eliminating income tax. If he was just wait a little bit longer.
And honestly, he might be the smartest person on the roster right now because I don't know what the pay structure is, but he, as the world champion, he's getting pay-per-view points. I don't know what happens in 2026 when there's no pay-per-views. I don't know how they're going to pay those fighters. This might be like, let me get this last massive paycheck before things get weird.
This fight goes 5 rounds. How many takedowns is Merab shooting?
Oh, it won't be as dramatic as the Corey fight. The Corey one was insane.
Because he was just ragdolling.
Yeah, Petr's got better takedown defense than Corey does. And Corey will play jiu-jitsu. Petr won't. I don't know. He had 11 in their last fight.
No, I said attempts.
I know. He had 11 in their last fight. His cardio is better than it's ever been. He is striking more. I think he attempts in 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I think he attempts 35, 40.
I'll see it.
It'll be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I like Merab.
I think he shoots 20 and fucks up and loses this belt.
Because he strikes longer than he should?
Yeah, I don't know. I think if Merab starts shooting, and remember, this is, eventually I think people are going to, even judges are going to start turning on the just takedowns with no damage, rinse and repeat. This is Vegas
But it's not
judges.
no damage, though. Merab puts in work on top. Like it's
not against a guy like Petr. There was not really damage on Petr. Yes, on other
Merab
people.
That was
but
Merab
a lot
3
of
years
that's
ago.
why the Umar fight was even like it's kind of just rinse and repeat. Like, yeah, he's taking people down, but it's like, what's he doing with it? I mean, we could have those questions with the Vegas judges who have been kind of turning their nose against the kind of control wrestling these days.
Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to ignore his wrestling, though, because it is non-stop. I mean, it's just non-freaking stop. So, either way, the healthy debate, I love it. That's what makes these fights so damn interesting. If everybody's like, yeah, Merab, next fight, then maybe it wouldn't be. I'm more excited now than I was 2 weeks ago, because over the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of people on the Yan side. You're on the Yan side. And so now I get to look forward to it and see what's actually going to happen here. And it's going to be a fun one. Last pay-per-view of the year, last pay-per-view of all time. So if you want to get it in, get it in. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's freaking $10. Check out every pick, every bet, every tool along the way.